consumer setting project. First, you click on the new project button here, same thing, and open this dialog box. And before I show you to create a consumer setting, I show you something about the preset here. And if your camcorder, you bought your camcorder in Europe or some country, the system is PAL system. You can select the preset from here. Or if you are in North America, you can select the preset in here for NTSC, DV NTSC. And also, if your camcorder can record a video for 24p, that means it can record all the frame rate in 23.976 frames per second. This kind of camcorder, you can select the preset from here. And in Adobe, you can Adobe Premiere Pro 2.0 is a native support for the HDV. So if you have the camcorder, you can, for example, a Sony FX1 or Sony Z1 or JVC Panasonic camcorder. That's a HDV camcorder. You can select the preset in here. And also, this is the preset. You select the preset from here for your project. You depend on your camera setting. If your camera you set it as a 720p and 30 frames per second, that means almost 30 frames, 29.97 as the resolution as 720 progress mode. So you can select the preset here, or you can select the preset depending on your setting on your camcorder for your project setting. And in here, in 2.0 Premiere Pro, you have the HD high definition video and also standard definition. In this preset is useful for your Argentine system. If you have an Argentine system, you can select the preset here to create your project. Here, standard definition and high definition. If you don't have this Argentine system, you can select any of the project here. Or if your no one is good for your setting, for example, you are going to do a feature film, so the video is captured or you transfer from the film, so you can set up your own consumer setting for your project. Or you want to create a project for the internet, or your footage have been captured from your viral video adapter that capture your analog video from your VAS tape. You can set up your project setting. Okay, for example, nothing, no preset here for good for your project, so you can go to here, consumer setting, to create your project setting. In here, from the general tab here, you can see this the project setting, and editor mode here. Something if you are going to do DV or HDV, or you have the Argentine system, you can select the editor mode in here. This is editor mode. Or if you're going to do a feature film or IMAX 4K resolution, you can select desktop in here as a editor mode. And in the earlier version in Premiere, they have two options in here, or four options. They say they have quick time editing or video for window editing. But now Premiere Pro 2.0 they put them all into one. Just call it desktop editing mode. So you select it, and for the type base here is the rule is in select the most depend on your footage for your editing. And for example, if your video, your settings for feature film, cinema feature film is 24 frames per second, so you can select the type base as a 24 frames per second for the type base. And the playback setting here, the playback setting is for your DV playback. For example, when you're going to do for DV editing, on the editing mode here, you can select the option in here for display the video and audio in your camcorder, LCD monitor, LCD screen, and on your small speaker on your camcorder. So you can enable to select this. If it is NTSC, DV NTSC, so you connect your camcorder to your computer, then you select the external device NTSC, L or 24p, you select in here, so you can see the image on the video on your camcorder LCD screen. And also this for the aspect ratio conversion for your pixel, you can select hardware is supported, otherwise they was use software or none. Or for the audio, when you enable the exporting for the when you want to playback your video on your external external device, select in here. You can select to monitor your audio, or you can send the audio to your external device audio. Otherwise, you can select for your desktop speaker for the audio, and also for here export device, you can select in here. For example, when you want to do something conversion, I mean when your camcorder, your video is in DV NTSC, and you also want to convert your DV NTSC format to a PAL system, so you can capture your video first into your computer and set the PAL system as the external device and convert it as from NTSC to PAL system like this. Like this, you can display it on your PAL system. Even then, your footage you capture is from the NTSC format. This also a way to convert your convert between the standard video NTSC to PAL or to 24p. And here you can enable or disable here. When you enable here, that means disable the video output when Premiere Pro is in the background. That means when you working on somewhere outside of Premiere Pro, you select here to enable it. That when you're working on outside here, and Premiere Pro will not send the video and audio to your camcorder. Of course, you can disable it in here, deselect it to always send the video and audio to your camcorder, even you're working on outside of Premiere Pro in here or whatever you are. And mostly I enable here. And for the 24p conversion method, this is the setting used for example, if your editing mode in here is NTSC mode, that means 29.97 frames per second, and you have some footage that you capture from a 24p camcorder, and you use this footage into a NTSC project, and the 24p, that means 23.976 frames per second for the frame rate. How they use the method to fit the frame rate from the 24p to a NTSC frame rate. This is the method they use. And as you select the repeat frame, that means your computer just repeat the frame. This is A, and repeat B frame, BB, and CD. This is the faster repeater method for your viewing on your external device, your camcorder. And if you select this your computer will calculate on the frame, calculate the frame to give you a better quality on display on your external monitor, external device. But it also take heavy processing, a little bit heavy than this for your editing. But as a playback on your external monitor is the quality on your external device is important. You want to check it, you can enable here and you can enable here. If you enable as none and nothing in it, you can select in here, and also nothing you can select in here. And this is desktop display mode. That means for your video adapter, your video card, if you have an older version or your video card, you have only can select in here, or in my system, in my video card, I can select the standard mode or compatible mode. This for older version of video adapter, and the newer one, and this one is also a power one. If your video display card can support the DirectX 9, you can enable here for the option. But for my video card, I have disabled the hardware accelerator function, so they just read it as no GPU, no accelerator GPU effect. So I can select only with 2 options in here. And if your computer, your video adapter can support this, you can select here for better quality and better speed, and also for the GPU effect. And here standard mode, if your computer cannot, your video adapter card cannot support this mode, you have only here. And here once again, this for the playback setting for your external device, for example your camcorder or your VTR, etc. for the monitor, for the video and for the audio, and for the conversion display the 24p footage on a 29.97 external device, or 25, or this one is this one. You no need to repeat them, just fit one by one frame each, or one frame, no need to repeat. And okay, as for my project, I was going to do a web video and not an IMAX, not a feature film. So I don't want to monitor the video and the audio on my external device. Even I had not connected my camcorder to my computer, so no need to display it. And I select none in here for faster for editing, and the mode here. Okay, for my video adapter, enable here to disable the video output when I not going to work on Premiere Pro, on outside Premiere Pro. And as I say, I was going to do for a web video, and my video is captured from my video viral card, so I can, and the video is from my VAS table, so I capture it from there, and the type is 30 frames per second, and also the frame size is not that much. It's only 220 by 240 as the frame size for web video from my VAS tape, the video. And also the pixel aspect ratio is square mode, also here. And also you can see this for the DV and NTSC. And if you are going to standard mode for the video, you can select here. If you set your camcorder as a widescreen mode, you can select the pixel aspect ratio in here, or PAL system in here, or the another format depend on your if you're going to for a feature film like this one, you can select the pixel aspect ratio depend on your project. But this project is for the video footage captured from VAS in pixel, in square pixel. I select the square pixel, and the field here. The field here is used for the TV screen or the TV playback. For the video, the camcorder, they devise the frame, and one field display on the screen, then another field to complete the frame. This is the way in a traditional or even still used in today on the TV screen for TV display. And For this this setting, the field is no field. That means progress scan. They just display the frame into once and not device into two field to display on the TV screen. And for the display format, I can select between this for the display. If you are going to do a feature film or IMAX, this the unit, the display format is for the feature film, or you can select in here just display on the frame base. And for this I select 30 frames per second. And for the title safe area and accent safe area, and this is used for your TV screen display. For example, in a standard TV screen, they use overscan method to enlarge your video to project to your TV screen. So only portion or on the center or the video can display on the TV screen, and on the edge of the image they will not showing to you. So this title safe area and accent safe area is you set it 20% horizontal, 20% vertical, and accent safe area 10% horizontal and 10% vertical. This is guided you to put the title, the text, any text or accent that's inside this area, so to make sure they will display on a TV screen properly. And as I do it in a small project like this, and this for web video I was going to do, and I don't need to care about this. This is because a computer screen can show the video 100%. And for the audio setting here, sample rate. The sample rate here, the higher or the sample rate have the better quality, and also demand a lot higher on your CPU use. So the rule in here is select the sample rate. The higher sample rate possible depend on your footage. For example, if your camcorder, mini camcorder is set as 48 kHz for audio recording, you select here. And if you select the lower one, so that you will lose some quality on the audio. And if your footage is 48 kHz and you select 96 kHz for your editing mode in here, this will not improve your quality, only that you improve the demand on your CPU. For example, in my project here, as I told you, I will capture the video from a VAS tape and from my rival video card, and the sample rate in here I select and capture it as a 44.1 kHz as the sample rate, so I select here. So I no need to come to here, I just select here. And also this 44.1 is the standard audio CD quality. And for the display format for the audio sample here, this for the display on the unit on the timeline panel. I'll show you more about here when going to do audio editing. And here this before you create a project, you have to make sure the setting in here, and the setting in here, because this the setting for your project. If once you create your project, you cannot change the setting in here, this setting, and all other setting, for example the display format for video and display format for audio, and title safe area, accent safe area, you can change it anytime you want after you create a project. So just make sure the setting inside here you have to make sure here for your project, because you cannot change it once you create your project. Okay. And for the capture is the capture device here, the capture format. You can select any of it or just leave it as it is, because when you going to capture your video, you can select the capture format from here. You can select it no problem. And here for the video rendering, they have video rendering. You can enable for the maximum bit depth. That means, and if your video footage, for example, you are going to do for a feature film or for IMAX, your footage have more than 8-bit color space per channel. For example, 16-bit, 32 floating point for the color space. So you can select here to enable the maximum bit depth for your editing, so they keep the higher quality for the effect and for the footage. But if you enable here your CPU use, well, you will improve the demand on your CPU use. And if you are going to do your video for DV video or HDV video, you have no footage that is higher depth, for example, higher than 8-bit per channel, so you no need to enable here. And here for the file format, the file format in here is video for Windows. Because I select it as a desktop mode, if you select DV NTSC or DVPAL or any other setting in here, they will become DV NTSC, DVPAL. Here the file format you cannot change here. Is based on the editing mode here. And here for the compressor is used for compress your video on your timeline, on your sequence when you're going to preview it in real time. That means this codec or the compressor used for compress the video. So you can select it. The codec, you can select any of this from depend on your computer, depend the codecs installed in your computer. And the rule in here is select the faster codecs for your video preview, and also it's possible select the higher quality codecs for your video preview. And in here, I noted for the Microsoft Video 1 for the compressor speed is fast enough, and also the quality is good enough for preview. So most of the time I select the Microsoft Video 1. Or if you have other codecs, you can select. Of course, you can select any of the codec from here, depending on what you want. And this is very personal. And this for the preview is not for the quality. It's not for the codec used for final output, just for preview. And select the codecs here. You can select. You can enable. Click on here the configure to configure your codec, and the configuration here depends on the codec you use from here. For example, you go to another one and click here. The configuration for this codec is not the same, right? And also, if you select this codec, the color depth is based on the codec the compressor used. Select from here. The color depth for this codec is million or color. If you select another codec, for example Microsoft Video 1, and the color depth you can select between 256 color or 1000 color. And for my project, for the preview on my sequence, I select Microsoft Video 1, and for the color depth I select 1000 color, and configure by default OK. And here for the optimize the still. This is for optimize the still picture. When you use the still picture on your sequence, this will improve both for the optimize for both for the editing speed and also for the quality for your still image on your project. If you have a problem with your still image when going to output, you can disable here. But most of the time, almost all the time, you enable here is good for almost the case. You just enable here. And here for the default sequence, that means you can by default, when you create a sequence from your project, they will show you how many video chat and how many audio chat you want to put it as a default number, and also some mix chat for the audio. And also for the master audio output, the default one you want to make it. For example, my video in here is for the web, for the internet, so I will lower the master output to mono. And even for them, the setting is not that important. If you are not going to create a lot of sequence in your project, if you're going to create a lot of sequence in your project, by default you can specify the number of video check and which kind of audio master for output in here, and the number of mono, stereo, 5.1 surround sound check, or you want for the submix check, you can select the number of check in here. So when you create a sequence on your project, they just give you this number and the setting in here. But you can also change that when you're going to create a sequence. And okay, as the setting here, I check it again. Editor mode, desktop, typeface 30 frame, playback, disable, and frame size here, okay. Pixel aspect ratio, square pixel, fill, no fill, display mode, audio sample rate, okay, and capture rendering, okay. This is the setting. I am going to create a project from this setting, and for my web video editing. And if you want, you can save this setting as a preset, so the next time you come to you can create a project from this setting by your saving a preset. And here, saving the project setting as a preset. For the name, I put in my web video project preset. And for the description, I can put any information here, but I want to make it something meaningful. For example, desktop for the editor mode and 30 frames per second. For the typeface, frame size here 320 by 240, and pixel aspect ratio, square pixel, and fill, keep progressive scan mode for the fill, and sample rate 44.1 kHz. And also, if you want, you can put any information here for description. For example, I can put it my lovely web video setting, something like this, and click OK to save it as a preset. And then you can come back in here to check it. Here you see my web video project setting. So you can see this description for the preset, and also the setting summary for this preset. And now here I can create a project from this setting. And for the location, my first project, I will put it into my driver D here, and put into this folder for all my video project for this demonstration. And for the name, I put it in my web video, and I put it in 001, so the next time I can save my project as another version. So I can put it 002, 003, 004, 005, so I can keep the history about my project. And then I want to go back to any version, or then I just click and open it, click OK to create it here.